Hello. This is one of a series of yoga reflections. In yoga, we want to put our minds in clarity, and that's why it's so important to put time and making a deeper reflections and sharing these thoughts is also important. So today I will talk about a little experience I lived on my teens in difficult times in my life, how that um, gave me a lesson of gratitude. And then gonna use this opportunity to invite you, all people in Vancouver, and if you are going to be in Vancouver in the 7th of June, to come to a one-day healing sanctuary in Kitsilano Beach by my Maple and Magnico. You can see the details in my page, my Facebook page, or my Instagram, and it's been funded by the Kitsilano Neighborhood House with funds from Vancouver Foundation, and it's part of the 101 day event, which is going to happen in all Canada at the same time. Very amazing urban interventions. So this is one of those urban interventions. Going back to the story of today, is a time I was 11 years old. My mom decided to sell the house where I grew up. It was very hard because I grew up there and all my friends, neighbors, my school was closed, everything was there. But she had that dream to go and live in that land that she had built in her atelier where she would make her art, was in that land. So she sold the house. We went to live to the house of one of her friends, who was a very tiny house. We were 6 people: my mom, my nanny, and me and my 3 siblings. And what happened was that during the construction, the constructors or someone stole almost half of the money for the construction of the house to my mom. And my mom was with no money to finish the house. We decided to move. She decided to move. The house was in livable conditions, but very hard to see in their daily life. I had all the illusions of a new, amazing house, good garden and nature, and it was just not like that. Mexican builders don't really take the time to clean after themselves if you don't pay an extra money for that. So my mom at that time didn't have the money to pay for that, and everything, the soil wasn't really in good condition, but it was very good soil. And we had a dream to have a garden. We had a dream to, if we were going to live in that nice house in the nature, to make use of it, right? When we would come out from school to the house, my mom set a rule: every day you're going to pick 100, I don't remember the number, but this certain amount of stones, rocks, leftovers, like garbage from the constructors' lunches, and every time we will pick any object, we would be grateful for something. So at a time when I was really angry because I wasn't able to have a normal life in a family that was normal, and I had to go live there and didn't have telephone there. It was very hard. I wanted to fit. I was surrounded by very, very privileged kids. I was myself a privileged girl by the school I was and the environment I was surrounded by. But it was very hard to see myself in this situation. All the illusions kind of seemed to fail. I had told my school friends, I'm going to go and live in this fantastic house, and all of a sudden it didn't look that fantastic. And not for the house itself, but for all the work. The kitchen area didn't even have doors. But when we started doing the gratitude exercises every day, our hands and legs would be always so dark, so dirty. It started to be fun. Things started to change. I started to notice that I had many things to be grateful for, starting by the sky, my socks, my shoes, my friends if I had, my family. So many things to be grateful for. And amazingly, how the universe and creator works, things are starting to unlock for my mom. She managed to get in income from her art and sustain us. And little by little, we went building that garden and planting more plants. And from this, I'm going to share a little tradition that we have in my family, and it's one of my favorites. When it's someone's birthday, we started that tradition when we moved into the house. And it was usually my brother Andres who would go and buy a plant, maybe a baby tree to plant. This is my mom. I think her heart is listening or something. Anyways, so in someone's birthday, we would write all the good wishes we'd have for this person. If I remember very much when I was turned 15 years old, we planted this beautiful flower. It's pink flower that grows this big, and it's one of the, of course, I will look at it so happy because I felt all the love that my family gave me in the moment they planted it on my birthday. And isn't it a lovely tradition to put into your family? If you like it, just take it. It's just nice. Be grateful. My mom taught me how to be grateful at all times, even in the hardest times. Now I'm grateful for having her in my life. Thank you, Matt. Gracias, mamá, te amo.